Success to me isn't defined as getting an A on a school test. Success to me isn't defined by the amount of awards one can achieve. And success to me, most definitely, isn't about how much money one can make in this world. Seems somewhat ironic as it relates to me, don't you think? But you may ask me, Shayanel, then what is success to you? I say the amount of impact and change you can bring to this world by alleviating pressing issues, the ability to bounce back from whatever debris you're hit by, and the ability to keep pushing, knowing someday you'll be able to reach your motivation. And once again, you may ask me, isn't that too much to ask for? And I reply, nothing in this world is. Nothing in this world is too much to ask for, but rather see it as a plethora of possibilities that one can achieve. It's true my grades are sufficient and I'm highly awarded, but that doesn't shape my inner drive and who I truly am. I am someone to storm through whatever is ahead of me with ease and simply ignore the term I see alien called challenge. I just don't understand what challenge means when nothing in this world is impossible. Our talk today will be on exactly that, with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic, resilience, and motivation. Next slide. On a show of hands, how many individuals in this room have been affected by the struggles of COVID-19? Almost everyone has, and I'll admit I have too. Whether this was as a result of technology, boredom, or even the sudden loss of connection with my loved ones, COVID-19 put us all in a closed box. But, and here's when I reveal the truth, I was able to make the most of that time period. And no, I'm not talking about being extra bored or wanting to completely lose connection with my loved ones. I'm talking about how I was able to use that time frame in order to achieve success. A few months after the start of the pandemic, I got together with Ph.D. mentors from Harvard University, Brown University, Oxford University, and Yale University, to which I was able to write on the healthcare inequalities faced by Bangladesh when compared to fast-paced developed countries. Since then, I've written much more research papers in this field, and in fact, this paper has been published in the Dhaka Tribune, the Business Standard, and even the Daily Star National News. Moreover, some have already been published and others still under submission. Some of the major findings I've been able to conclude is just how far back Bangladesh's health systems are compared to the rest of the globe. Moreover, the staggering cost of healthcare in relation to wages that Bangladeshis get. As a result of all of this, technology is unable to be developed sufficiently because locals simply can't afford to use these technologies. Hence, there is no economic incentive for manufacturers to produce and import these medicinal machineries to Bangladesh. From a young age, I was always fascinated by this barrier that stood between us and the United States. Millions of people in this country lack affordable healthcare, let alone a day's meal to survive. Heck, my motivation founded from my own family members. My paternal grandmother battled breast cancer successfully, but unfortunately lost to multiple myeloma and passed away in 2013, just 3 days before my 8th birthday. My maternal grandfather died of cardiac arrest in 2017, and my paternal grandfather due to brain stroke in November of 2021. All of them died in Bangladesh in their 60s. I sought out from the knowledge I gained through this research to help alleviate these challenges faced by the very people of our nation. And so, I created the Hoque Foundation, a charity organization founded by myself. This sparked several challenges, however, the first of which included the question of giving out relief packages in the midst of the darkest time in the pandemic. Because Dhaka is so densely populated, the risk of the transmission of this disease is higher than all of the cities around the world. And as a result of this, I faced over 2 weeks of talks and meetings with the food truck delivery team. I then haven't been able to get vaccinated, and I would essentially be harming the lives of others in the process. And so my charity aimed to focus on tackling Dhaka first because it's the capital of Bangladesh. However, I soon realized that once again, this would be heavily unrealistic. I didn't let this barrier halt my progress of where I want to be. So much so, I didn't even allow for a single day to postpone, but rather it took a decision lasting 30 seconds after all the meetings. And my plan, I'd be starting from the border cities of Bangladesh to then working my way into the heart. That's challenge one of my charity journey solved. With the help of initial donors, I was able to send one food truck with roughly 200 packages to the Narangana region. But even then, I faced challenges. Initially, only my family members seemed to be on board with the idea since, of course, people don't want to give money out to where they don't want it to go. After my first donation, my messages started piling up. I was receiving messages from some of the biggest corporations in Bangladesh. And 2 years later, I'm here standing, having given out 500,000 food packages to the underprivileged Bangladeshi community, $1 million raised, and sending out 6 to 7 food trucks to the most rural places of Bangladesh every week. And just last week, we gave out 1,000 food packages to Bengali Muslims for iftar. One issue I see with other charities and startups in Bangladesh is just how they all lack transparency because it's never evident what they've been doing, the information online, and who they've been helping. And as a result, I post videos on the socials for the Hoque Foundation and having every detail be transparent for the donors of my charity organization. And this means that I'm not just the founder, but rather the one who creates these montages and takes pictures and uploads to the socials, head of buying in all food supplies, head of delivering, to even head of managing and making sure delivery drivers do their part. This indeed is a one-man operation. And I'm only just 17, guys. Once again, nothing in this world is too much to ask for. I didn't let COVID-19 consume my spirit and my drive, but rather give an example on how I let COVID-19 enlighten me. I spent months planning on how to deliver, from whom I'll get my donations from, where to deliver, and who should deliver, all by myself. And believe me when I say, it was just me in my room with a computer storming away. And while it is true virtual school has allowed for me to get more time, the fact I was involved with roughly 10 total extracurricular activities, including AISD clubs and outside AISD, is proof of another challenge faced, let alone having to keep up with 8 classes while in the IB. It's a no-brainer that I have faced struggles along the way, but it also isn't to say I let myself go after each and every one of them. I have always pumped myself up throughout the entire journey. And first, it was overcoming these challenges with COVID-19, then being able to efficiently handle these tasks with my research paper, and then being able to launch my own charitable organization. And my key to this success is both developing a skill or resilience and having something to look towards in the future, a motivation, if you will. Because I've constantly got put down and down and down through this long journey, I've been able to get back up each and every time. It's a skill only one can develop by understanding life to its fullest and understanding its complexities. I wouldn't solely put my work on that skill alone. My motivation is what I use to date and what I will use until I no longer exist. It's having the drive to help humanity's most pressing issues and to really create an impact. I hope I'll get to a point where I'm close to achieving that goal, because I want to live in a world where I don't see people outside begging for money, living on sidewalks, or even having no food.
I'll springboard from Shayanel here and talk about how resilience and motivation relates to me as an MS student, a son, and a brother. When all of us got on to virtual school for the first time, it felt new to me. It felt as if all of my friends and even my childhood came to an end in the worst way possible. I did not let that loss of connection harm me. I saw a moment of relief and a perfect time to make the most of it. Little did I know that it would soon pile up on me. I would often find myself getting an hour at most per week of free time to be able to relax and take time off. Fortunately, what I got out of that was resilience too. When I came back to school face to face after all that struggle, I felt better than ever and realized the importance of learning from making mistakes. Because I was pushed down and because I kept my work ethics high, I was able to bounce straight back up each and every time. And hey, look where that got me. I'm now able to take on big roles like this talk I'm giving today because I fought through adversity. As I get older, my MS work schedule is increasingly becoming more difficult, and I have ensured that won't be an issue because of the skills of resilience. Going back onto the point I made about receiving little to no free time. Well, that isn't always the case during breaks. From March 2020 all the way until September 2021, I hardly ever went out of the country, let alone leave my house to run errands or meet up with friends. I was always so paranoid of COVID-19 being a potential harm. While that did mean I could hang out with my brother, that also meant that I had all the time in the world during all the breaks in the school year, including winter, spring, and summer. Now, what did I do during that time period? Well, I ensured all moments were fruitful and set up for success. Similar to my brother, I have a motivation to help the world in the future some way. Moreover, as a result of the state of healthcare in Bangladesh, I've been motivated to become a doctor and go ahead on into the medical field. That's my motivation. I know, seems cute when both brothers are trending to the point they have the same end goal, right? Well, that's when another motivation comes to play, leaving my brother's shadow. Since the moment I was born, I was always known as a younger brother who wears the same clothes as Shayanel. Never had I been recognized as Shariyar, my true name. However, I do find it entertaining when people start asking questions about us twinning, like if we ever had arguments. Anyways, as part of my motivation to create impact, I want to be known as Shariyar because of the hard work I put in, not Shayanel's brother that many ignore. Speaking of being a brother, I'm also the youngest son. Now, while to many families, being the youngest sibling is a walk in the park, just a breeze, since much of the high expectations are met by the older siblings. To me, high standards are still at play. Failure to meet these standards, to me personally, means failure as a son and a brother. I want to always challenge myself with high expectations, and I believe that it's what led me here today. Once again, it gives me something to chase after rather than being deprived of nothing to do.
As you've seen from both my segment and Shariyar's, all of us are capable, no matter what stage you are in life, but you just need to have the inner determination to be able to do anything you set your mind to. And that's it. Thank you very much.